Well, over the last few years, we've seen a number of changes to the workplace, you might say. More recently, we've heard of trends like quiet quitting, quiet firing. New this hour, though, we're digging into a new trend called quiet hiring, and my guest this morning is Joy Pittman, the founder of HR for the Culture. Joy, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Owen, and thank you for having me.
All right, quiet hiring. Can you just simply define it for us? What is it?
It's essentially organizations that are expanding the roles of individuals and or using contractors. So they're not doing the traditional posting for a role, hiring, bringing people in the traditional way. It's either expanding the roles of current employees or bringing in non-permanent employees through contract and freelance work into organizations.
So the old way of doing it, or maybe loud hiring, would have been, hey, we have to put a job posting out here, we scream we have an opening, and it's flooded with interest, and this is a little bit different. What Anthony, our weather guy, and I were talking about earlier, this isn't, I'm getting fired and they're quietly hiring underneath me, is it?
No. So that is basically they're just recruiting and they tell you that your job is middle of the minute. The quiet hiring piece is organizations are going through a lot of changes where budgets and being able to do more with less and trying not to have to do layoffs and things of that nature have become more prevalent. And when you're dealing with budgeting, hiring employees creates a permanent expense, right? So if I bring in a contractor for a couple months to do something that would have been an employee role, when it's over, they go, and I don't have to let anybody go. Or if I can figure out how to leverage skill sets that are not part of a person's role, but they may be good at it, or we can just add it or expand the job, we're able to save from a budgetary perspective and stay operationally.
So how is the worker supposed to look at this? Is it an opportunity to grow, to do more? Is it kind of a slap in the face? Is it like, well, hey, you got to do it or else? I mean, how's the worker supposed to take this trend?
So it depends, and it really depends on the organization's approach, right? The problem that comes up with quiet hiring is when it's actually really quiet. When there is no conversation being had, when no one is explaining to the employee either the opportunity on the back end, when it's not being presented as we have a stretch project or we have this opportunity where at the end of it, you'll have this new skill set that we can leverage in X, or there's a differential for doing work outside of your job description or scope. It really, that then impacts individuals because they feel like their job is not being enriched, it's just being enlarged, right? And so the enrichment piece is I'm gaining skills, I'm gaining knowledge, I'm gaining opportunities and visibility in the organization that I can leverage in some kind of way, either for a raise, a promotion, future opportunities towards my career. Job enlargement is there's a corner on your plate that's not full, or that it's already full, let's scrape some things over in and add more to it. And there's really no recognition, there's no appreciation, and there's no clear promise on what the benefit is going to be to the employee at the end.
So really that communicating exactly to that worker what's going on so they're involved from the beginning. We have a little less than a minute, and I want to make sure I ask you about HR for the Culture. This is the organization you started a few years back based on your HR experience. So what is it that you do exactly?
So essentially we help small businesses, not-for-profit organizations, and we do some support with urban ministries and helping them to really think about how to build cultures and people teams that are really operationally efficient and help them get to profitability quicker and scale quicker.
So is it small business, medium business?
We are a small business. We support small to medium-sized businesses, and predominantly the folks we've supported are early-stage entrepreneurs who have started businesses that are successful, but they may be building, running, or leading teams for the first time. And so we really help them understand what it looks like to build it right in the beginning so that they're not doing all this quiet hiring.
I feel like the small business, the small business, the entrepreneurs, it's like the heartbeat of this economy and the growing the businesses, but I guess they don't always, not familiar with how to operate the culture surrounding whatever it is that they do. And that's what you help them with.
That's the goal.
Interesting. And quiet hiring, now we've learned more. Joy, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.